For the first time in our planet's history, more than half of humanity lives in urban areas. Humankind is on the move, with 1.6 million additional urban dwellers every week. That is the same as 2 new cities the size of Berlin each and every month. The same amount of urban structure will have to be built in just the next 30 years as everything that has been built over the last 200 years. Our response, or lack thereof, will have very far-reaching consequences. We have been building cities since ancient times because the idea of living together makes inherent sense. Cities embody the hope for a better and more prosperous life. It concentrates resources and facilitates trade and social life. In 2050, the urban population alone will be larger than the current total world population. There is a need for a radical paradigm shift in the way cities and human settlements are planned, developed, governed, and managed. This film was made by the Know Your City TV crew. We are a collab of young people that live in informal settlements, or slums as some would call them. As young people, we realize that our future is urban.
Know your community, know your city.
Our cities are key to tackling global challenges such as poverty, social inequalities, and climate change. Come with us as we find out what the problems are and where their solutions lie. Where better a place to start asking these questions but in our own communities?
Amanzi kwakunetha sidade emanzini
siyacela makangasikhuphi thina kwazi ayompilo le lesenzayo apha sifuna izindlu sinyundule ikhonyela zithe ngamaphela kumdaka sinethidi asitofwa okokuqala akuphilwa ngapha ngabantwana bethu.
Despite war and insecurity in Afghanistan, the capital city Kabul is the fastest growing city in the region and the 5th fastest growing city in the world. Kabul has existed for over 3,500 years and is the beating heart of modern Afghanistan. We met a dynamic group of women who mobilized to help map their communities in order to identify their needs and set their priorities.
مثال در یک کلینیکی که در بین شورا نداریم، در خود ما از لب سرک یک شفاخانه‌ای که مشکل داریم نداریم، یک مریضای خود به مشکل میبریم. یعنی وقتی که میفهم وقتی که اینا از سرک ما ایستو که میایم سرک ما خام است که ما مشکلات سرک ما زیادتر است، مشکلاتی که به خاطر که مثال ما مشکلاتایی که در منطقه است از گفتن خیلی کلش حل نمیشه، چون مشکلات زیادتر مشکلات ما چی هست که یک کلینیک داشته باشیم بچیم.
Cochabamba, in the state of Bolivia, is an important secondary city which boasts the largest Christ figure in the world, Cristo de la Concordia, Christ of Peace. In Bolivia, we met another movement of brave women making changes in their society. Like many other cities in the world, Cochabamba is growing rapidly, especially in peri-urban areas. With this growth comes rapid change, and sometimes traditional roles and norms become problematic, especially around land ownership for women. One of the main issues Bolivian women struggled with was the fact that in the titles of land ownership, the name of the husband was listed, but for the wife, it simply read lady.
Eso ha sido el problema, ¿no?, de los títulos propietarios, porque las mujeres no estuvimos insertados en nuestro título propietario, porque hay parejas que viven 2 años todo y ellos hacen el trabajo de tener un lote y luego el hombre se va con otra mujer y luego nosotros las mujeres quedamos despojadas de nuestro trabajo, de nuestro título, de nuestra propiedad. Y por esa razón eso ha sido el problema, pero gracias a que por el trabajo, por el esfuerzo que las mujeres hemos hecho, lo hemos logrado.
Women also have a proud place in the history of Phnom Penh, the capital city of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Legend has it that this city was founded in the 14th century by a lady affectionately known as Duan Peng, or Grandmother Peng. Gradually, the city of Phnom Penh would grow around the shrine she built on a hill. Here, an innovative solution to the seemingly insurmountable problem of urban poverty has taken root.
cả xóm prạ, cả cái làm o làm nơi than, cả cái làm o hệ thả rạch nhà xung quanh, rứ cổ, ai bằng cao chỉ mùi thị được ấy chui luôn này.
Jinja, in the Republic of Uganda, is a bustling city at the source of the Nile. In Jinja, the urban poor have federated themselves and organized and mobilized their communities through the vehicle of savings clubs. Simply put, a savings club is a group of community members who meet regularly to pool their money in order to unlock opportunities.
Welcome to Masese, Masoko Saving Group.
Slum dwellers are generally excluded from formal financial markets and are often forced to borrow money from money lenders who charge extremely high interest rates, creating a vicious cycle of debt and ever-deepening poverty. These savings groups provide the urban poor with affordable loans in times of crisis or to start a business.
yasobola okusasula national water, yasobola okusasula omukozi waayo era omukozi oyo yena memba wa gurupu ni gurupu yona esavinga sente era tulukusuubira nti guno omwaka bwe gunaawaaku bamemba fidda ku kyama tuteese amagoba ago getufune tunaagakola tutya.
So these different activities come and they are built around savings. This money saved can be put into loans so that members can borrow it and do income generating activities through that money. After saving, another business can take place. So the saving is used to attract members to come to the meeting, and then the members who are doing different activities can report what they are doing. But they can also discuss other things like health, like nutrition. They can also discuss things like exchange, taking members of this group to another group where there are good lessons to learn.
A good idea will travel. Savings groups and the Federation of the Urban Poor has spread throughout the world. Ghana has a very strong federation of the urban poor, all mobilized through savings.
Unity is strength. Information. Power. Information. Power. Information. Power.
I'm a poor woman in the settlement, and this savings has helped me a lot because I've used it to pay my children's school fees, and now some of my kids are in the nursing training, others also are in the universities.
Urban resilience is the capacity of individuals, communities, and systems within a city to survive, adapt, and grow no matter what kinds of stresses or shocks they experience. An organized and mobilized community is more resilient to disaster.
CDA ធ្វើការងារយ៉ាងសំខាន់ជាមួយនឹងប្រជាពលរដ្ឋគឺផ្ដល់អំណាចឲ្យប្រជាពលរដ្ឋនៅក្នុងការសម្រេចចិត្ត
We go to recycle.
Cả chỗ ông kệt xã cúngនឹងធ្វើការអង្កេតទីក្រុងទាំងមូលដើម្បីឲ្យស្គាល់ខ្លួនថាតើតំបន់អ្នកក្រីក្រតំបន់សហគមន៍អ្នកក្រីក្រនៅត្រង់ណាហើយអ្វីដែលគេជួបបញ្ហាអ្វីដែលគេអាចធ្វើទៅបាននេះគឺជាចំណុចមួយដែលសំខាន់សម្រាប់ជាព័ត៌មានក្នុងការចរចាក្នុងការទៅជែកគ្នាដើម្បីរកដៃគូជួយដោះស្រាយ អ្វីដែលសំខាន់ជាលទ្ធផលដែលយើងអាចធ្វើទៅបានគឺជាភាពដៃគូគឺជាកត្តាសំខាន់បំផុតមានប្រជាពលរដ្ឋអ្នកធ្វើផែនការនិងអ្នកនយោបាយឧទាហរណ៍សហគមន៍នៅជ្រៀងជំរេះស្ថិតនៅក្នុងខណ្ឌសរសៃកែវដែលបានទទួលភ្លើងឆេះ នេះជាករណីដ៏ល្អមួយដែលបង្ហាញអំពីភាពជាដៃគូប្រជាពលរដ្ឋអាជ្ញាធរដែនដីគ្រប់លំដាប់ថ្នាក់អង្គការសង្គមស៊ីវិលនិងអ្នកដែលមានជំនាញក្នុងការសិក្សាប្លង់ឧទាហរណ៍ដូចជា academic
អ្វីដែលពួកយើងបានរៀននេះគឺការអង្កេតចំពោះនៅតំបន់ភ្លើងឆេះនេះដែលមានសហគមន៍នៅក្នុងសកម្មនេះមានភ្លើងឆេះហើយទី2ទៀតក៏យើងបានចុះគូប្លង់ផែនទី សម្រាប់សម្គាល់ថាមាននៅក្នុងនោះមានសមាជិកឬក៏ជាជនប្រមាណដែលគាត់ទៅជួបការភ្លើងឆេះហ្នឹងយើងគូប្លង់ហើយជាការសំខាន់មួយទៀតនឹងដែរគឺការចូលរួមគឺជាគន្លឹះសំខាន់ហើយសម្រាប់សហគមន៍របស់យើងដែលមានគាត់ចូលរួមប្រជុំជាមួយយើងចូលរួមខ្លាំងខ្លាជាមួយយើងតាមដង
ខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថាការប្រជុំរួមនៃសហគមន៍របស់យើងខ្ញុំធ្វើគម្រោងឡើងទៅលើពីការ ធ្វើអន្តរាយដើម្បីសាងសង់ផ្ទះនេះបានជោគជ័យទៅអនាគតមានការត្រេកអរពីប្រជាជនសហគមន៍របស់យើងខ្ញុំសហគមន៍របស់យើងខ្ញុំមានការសប្បាយរីករាយដែលសារគាត់ថាគាត់នឹងសង្ឃឹមថានឹងទទួលបានអន្តរាយសាងសង់ផ្ទះថ្មីក្រោយពីគាត់ភ្លឺឆេះហើយអនាគតគ្រួសារគាត់នឹងរុងរឿងមានបរិស្ថានល្អហើយពិភពលោកស្អាតស្អំហើយទូទាំងពិភពលោកប្រសិនបើ មានការចូលរួមរបស់ប្រជាពលរដ្ឋដោយសហគមន៍ខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថានឹងបានជោគជ័យទាំងអស់គ្នា
Information is power. This is particularly true in urban planning. In Cape Town, a city scarred by decades of segregation and apartheid city planning, the task of reintegrating the city and its citizens and unlocking the economic benefits is a huge undertaking. This undertaking cannot be based on anything less than the most reliable data. The city has realized that the best way to collect this data is in partnership with the residents themselves. The city benefits from reliable and cost-effective data collection, and the residents benefit by having a voice in setting the priorities for their own development.
That person knows where it is. What we need to do now, when we are in a household.
You three guys, you go this side. You three guys go this side. Come here. You two, you can go to that house. Let's go out together. Yabo! Yabo!
Siqala nge-idea ngoxa siqala. Ayithandi mina ukhupha idea lo sisukudala sisikhupha idea sigubhile.
Yilento kuthiwa yile campaign ekuthiwa you know your city because in depth i-accurate. Thina sisi asibelongele asiyo political organization.
Okay.
Sisebenza nje lo msebenzi kuba sincedisana nokuhlala.
Johnny.
Uqinisekile bakule ndawo singaze sihambe kuba abantu andifike ngo-96.
Ukuhamba kwakho nongahambi kwenu sisi andiqinisekanga ngako. Asifuni unithembisa nto kuba thina sizothatha nje iinkcukacha zenu. Sibhalisa kuba sifuna umasipala ufuna unifaka kwi-database yakhe. Abazi abantu abahlala evukuzenzela uba bangaphi. Azathi noba uplana i-development kuloo nyaka awuplana ngayo okanye kuloo nyaka ayazi uba uplanela abantu abangaphi abakhona kwi-database yakhe.
Information power! Into esiyenzayo ngale information siqokelelayo xa sizadibana nesixeko saseKapa eyona nto esifunayo kuba siprioritize i-needs zendawo yethu. Asifuni into nizasenzela zona, izinto funeka zize nathi kuba zizidingo zendawo yethu.
Mandla!
Mali nolwazi! Eish! Ayiluma ihlafuna!
A substantial portion of the global urban population lives under extremely poor conditions. It is estimated that 830 million people live in slums today, and most often we are not served by or represented at all in the decision-making machinery.
Rain they come, rain they go, after rain they go, it be the rainbow. When you they pray for the shine, say you for no say the light go they shine for your flaws. See how my way so when I go over they try to move too well. If you don't be hot, no they vex, no they try to they throw catapult. If not cry, you go cry to the well. Say na music I be, me as they do what I like.
Our cities are often hungry for land, and a voiceless community can easily be evicted to make space for private development, often in the name of progress or security. This was the case in Old Fadama.
The Old Fadama came around early 70s because of the conflicts within the northern sector. People wanted to come to the urban area in order to search for jobs, in order to search for their own livelihood.
duk kyan mana da fani ce maka lalakar makar da stop ka tudin dan ka na taba ka kaltabtin kaltaba dan tam ka present wanda shi present so mun ya san boje ma wanda da ka ta kalan zan tu present ma ko yanda tun ga su ma ko ka kace ta shi.
A community that has an accurate database as an asset has a seat at the negotiating table when it comes to planning city improvements. Not only does this database help prevent unfair evictions, it is a valuable tool to gauge the community's needs and available services. The process of learning how to conduct professional data collection campaigns is a valuable skill and one which they can teach others. New innovations with mobile technology make this data more open and linked. A major concern for most residents in Kabul is work, to have economic opportunities or not to have. In this troubled war zone, many married women in Kabul have lost their husbands. They then have to negotiate societal constraints on working women.
زنان افغانستان توانایی دارند فوق‌العاده منتها یا بسیار نقش مهم در پیشرفت صنایع کشور و در هر عرصه میتونن که بازی کنن با شرط از اینکه از خود شامت به خرج بکنن و نه حراسن از مثلا قیودات فامیل و از قیودات جامعه مبارزه کنن و خود تبارز بکنن میتونن که بسیار زیاد مهم یک نقش مهم بازی کنن. و با تمام زنای افغانستان میگم که هیچ وقت زن افغانستان همیشه در طول تاریخ یا مبارزه کردن، همیشه در پای فامیلای خود استاد بودن، همیشه در اقتصاد مملکت در پیشرفتش رول داشتن، بازم با مبارزه خود ادامه بدن و به رشد صنایع دستی خود ادامه بدن و در رشد تجارت‌های کوچک و بزرگ رول مهم ارزنده را بازی کنن و میتونن که موفق باشن و تواناییش دارن.
Nearly 1/3 of Bolivian households are headed by women, and the vast majority of those households do not have secure land tenure, which means the families live in constant fear of eviction. The women of Cochabamba banded together under a school for women to secure women's property rights, changing both laws and attitudes.
Hemos entrado a oficinas, hemos entrado aquí a la comuna, a la alcaldía, hemos vuelto a ir a La Paz, hemos tenido entrevistas con las diputadas, tanto de Oruro como de La Paz. Es decir, nosotros como mujer nos hemos movilizado. Después de todo lo que hemos aprendido, hemos demostrado, socializando por OTBs, por juntas vecinales, explicándoles a todos los vecinos. Hemos llegado hasta los cerros donde había, porque la zona, el distrito 9 es muy extenso. Hemos llegado a Casahuasa, es decir, a lugares que no podía entrar ni la movilidad. Hemos llegado a socializar, a explicar a la gente que todas las mujeres podemos también podemos entrar a oficinas, podemos entrar sin miedo y para eso tenemos que aprender mucho, no esperar al hombre nomás como antes lo hacían.
Another cost-effective innovation that has emerged from the developing world is the idea of community contracting. Simply put, this means that instead of sourcing goods and services from only outside, communities only look within. This stimulates the local economy, leaves a legacy of new skills, and is far more tightly managed and accountable. These alley pavements were constructed by community members who received skills and training in construction.
Information! Power! Information! Power! Information! Power! Busy! For something! Busy! For something! Busy, busy, busy! For something, 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 something! Assembly for MCs, woman community and Cambomuno, Debasam. Now, person and so on.
If you can see a part, best make a trouble say, you kind of local governance and you're inseparable with the grassroots. Your mao in India as MC, wage mano, ni kesia pa ejina participatory and partnership. Without involvement of the people in your planning, in your implementation, there's no way we're going to see success in the world. For the key words is partnership, the key words is engagement, the key words is inclusiveness.
Niame pesa mekane say, so pesa wo mama nama, debia oba mama nam kire me okwan ya yemfa so a meyi nam no na da wuni ho no mankasa nso matimi akoyi nam no na me de ahwe mabusuafo.
In this scheme, toilets are manufactured, installed, and serviced by community members. New skills and a micro-industry have been introduced to the community, and community members benefit from a competitively priced product.
We welcome you visitors, you're most welcome.
We welcome you visitors, we welcome you visitors, we welcome you visitors, you are most welcome.
We welcome you visitors, we welcome you visitors, we welcome you visitors.
In some instances, the savings that can be leveraged through community contracting are dramatic, as proudly illustrated by the Federation members in Jinja.
I'm very proud to be a slum dweller. We have the problems as slum dwellers and we have the solution for our problems. This project you see here, it was constructed by Jinja Municipal Council at a cost of 57 million shillings, which was very expensive.
We are at a sanitation project which is constructed by the community. One thing that we learned through this project is that the poor people have been trained to be very good finance managers.
Because wherever they spend, they have to give accountability and make a report.
Mbadde nsaba tugende tukole ne project ng'eno mu Sudan wali emirembe gibe gy'amaanyi.
Good ideas travel far and quickly. The concept of community contracting was eagerly embraced by Federation members in the mountain town of Mbale in eastern Uganda.
Now we have one common voice as slum dwellers that we can speak using our information which we collect, and this has been a serious negotiation tool. We negotiated with the government. We used what we call community contracting, where our projects like this water point under PPD and the government, it costs 15 million. But for us, as communities, we costed it and costed 4 million shillings. So you realize that it is the best way to go under community contracting in terms of empowering communities to own their own project for in terms of sustainability.
Co-production is the partnership between citizens and public services to achieve an outcome. Such partnerships empower citizens to contribute more of their own resources such as time, willpower, expertise, and effort, and in turn have greater control over service decisions and resources.
UPDF ចាប់ផ្ដើមមិនទាន់មានអាណាទទួលស្គាល់ទេចាប់ផ្ដើមពីសង្កាត់ឡើងទៅខណ្ឌចាប់ពីខណ្ឌឡើងទៅខេត្តរដ្ឋាភិបាលសិនទៅដល់សម្ដេចគាំទ្រភ្លាមបានយើងមានគេហៅគណៈកម្មាធិការជាតិប្រជាជននឹងការអភិវឌ្ឍដែលក្នុងនោះខ្ញុំជាអនុប្រធានទេទាំងអស់គ្នាហ្នឹងប្រហែលជាមិនខ្វះខេត្តណាមួយទេដែលយើងបានទៅ24រាជធានីខេត្តក្រុងចំនួននោះមែនទេយើងដើរបានគ្រប់ខេត្តទាំងអស់នេះជាសារមួយប្រសិនបើគ្មាន CDF គ្មាន UPDF បងប្អូនមិនអាចជួបគ្នាបានអញ្ចឹងមហាគ្រួសារអ្នកក្រីក្របានឡើងពី grassroots ឡើងពីក្រោមរហូតដល់ថ្នាក់សង្កាត់ឡើងទៅខណ្ឌឡើងទៅរាជធានីឡើងទៅខេត្តឡើងទៅ national wide ឡើងដល់ថ្នាក់ជាតិឥឡូវនេះយើងឡើងដល់ Asian country ទៀតហើយជឿថានៅពេលដែលយើងឡើងការពារគម្រោង worldwide ហើយយើងរួមគ្នាអនុវត្តភាពក្រីក្រ
1 in every 10 people lived in urban areas a century ago. Now, for the first time ever, most people live in cities. By 2050, the United Nations projects almost 3/4 of the world's populations will call urban areas home. As ambassadors for the future, we, the youth, need to be included in the planning and development of our cities. After all, the leaders of tomorrow are made today.
Come on, and your office is full of papers. Actually.
Now I feel comfortable, I feel in charge here. It is critical for the community to collect their own data because by virtue of them collecting their own data, they actively participate in issues affecting their lives. Kulucha oluthatha inxaxheba kubalula abantu abafuneka befumene izindlu. Sifuna bayibone loo nto bayenzayo njengomsebenzi obaluleke kakhulu. Ngoba isisiqalo sento ezayo. Ndiyanibulela ngomsebenzi eniwenzayo ezabantu ababala abantu abafuneka befumene ukuncediswa ngezindlu. Enkosi.
The value citizens can contribute is significant, and this is often unrecognized by public services. Co-production improves the value for money cities must spend.
Okay, keep on working.
I want to thank you because you contributed a lot to our attitudinal change.
When you involve us, we are more than ready to work with the Jinja Municipal Council because they have been our good partners in whatever we are doing.
Thank you for their
appreciation.
If people participated in suggesting what they want, it makes implementation very easy.
So when they give us the needs and we involve them to identify these needs and to identify possible solutions, we achieved better results.
Entonces se estima de acuerdo a datos del viceministerio, hasta esa fecha había más de 85,000 personas que se habían registrado en sus diferentes modalidades, ¿no? Correcciones, de datos de identidad, técnicos, regulación judicial y enajenación. Ahora se estima llegar a unos 800,000, esos son los datos del viceministerio en estos 3 años siguientes. Después, nosotros como institución creemos que es muy importante que las personas cuenten con su título de propiedad, ¿no? Que las personas se vayan acogiendo.
Pese a todo lo que he vivido, nunca me he caído, ¿no? Con el apoyo siempre de mi esposo y de mis hijos, el impulso que me daba mi esposo para aprender, ¿no? Pero llegado el momento también tuve tropiezo con mi esposo. Quizás él un poco ya se dio cuenta que yo ya sabía defenderme como mujer, me ha limitado también, ¿no? Y de ese momento se dio cuenta él que yo sola podía defenderme, podía hacer prevalecer mis derechos, pero llegado el momento, él también se dio cuenta que había crecido ya mucho más en el liderazgo, ¿no? Como mujer. De ese modo...
Estos 5 años han sido 5 años es largo. Sin embargo, hemos dado de nosotras, ¿ya? Al menos puedo decir que he dado algo mío, he dejado algo bueno y también he recibido algo bueno.
Pido que a todas las mujeres en el mundo, en Bolivia, salgamos adelante, vayamos con esa firmeza para lograr lo que hemos logrado nosotros. Gracias a Habitat por abrirme esta puerta para que yo siga socializando a la gente, siga ayudando, sin miedo. Las mujeres necesitamos este apoyo.
¿Cómo es? ¿Como pito?
¿Como pito siempre?
No, como pito.
Vienen a comprar aceite,
Aquí abajo nos ha pasado un curso, ¿no? Y ahí yo le dije, ahí puede entrar, ¿no? A ver, Dios inmediatamente, Dios va a saber, dije. Voy a sacar, dije, pero con eso voy a sacar.
Y ha sido un gusto trabajar con ustedes, para ustedes.
Gracias, doctora.
Puede que las que están algunas dejadas de sus papeles, documentos, ¿no? Eso yo quiero que sea, no sean atrás, que se queden. Como que yo he luchado.
My name is Andile. I'm from Makazi in Uganda.
I'm Orlando from the informal settlement, and our new name is Flamingo Heights. There was a lot of fires. There was people that died. There was a lot of people that came from the other side to the side where they would do theft, housebreaking, all that. It was also bad for the name of Flamingo Heights. Well, I'm very proud now because I'm not shy again for people to say where I'm living. I can proud of being to say this is my house, this is where I live, because it's looking much better. I don't have to be ashamed of it, and I can share them, they can visit me, and this is where I'm comfortable at. And I'm safe, and the people around me is also safe. Ons kan het voor onszelf ook doen, want als je input niet van die mensen, niet, het komt van jezelf af.
We have seen dramatic improvements in the quality of life of millions of urban inhabitants, including slum dwellers and others taken out of poverty. However, urbanization alone is insufficient for economic growth and prosperity. Roughly 1 billion people worldwide live in slums with little to no access to safe housing, water, sanitation, electricity, or any of the other physical and social services that many take for granted. For these people, urban development is about survival. It is about creating cities in which they can live safely and with dignity. Given the opportunity, it is the urban poor in partnership with stakeholders that will shape and make the city that is yet to come.